Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm coming at you with this very traditional yet super crazy intense smoky New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. This is so classic New Year's Eve. This is kind of something that I've had in my mind for a long time, or just as the years go on, but I'm actually really not the best at creating this shape, but my friend Amanda coached me through it. She gave me some tips and tricks, and 3 hours later, I think I nailed it. I feel really good about it. I hope you guys recreate this. You don't have to obviously bring it as dramatic as I did, but like, I feel like New Year's Eve, you could literally do whatever you want and just, so I'm just so happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys recreate it, and please tag me if you do. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and let's get started with the tutorial. So this is my inspo for today's look. I found this on Pinterest. I don't know who the artist is. It looks like it's kind of like an editorial look on a model, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you know who the artist is, please let me know so I can credit them. But that's kind of like where I'm drawing my inspiration from today. So I'm gonna hop into my Anastasia Sultry palette, and I'm going to grab Slate, which is this gray shade right here. All my brushes are a little dirty, but it's okay. I'm gonna start by popping this here into my crease and just kind of mapping out the look. Now, like the majority of the product is off my brush, I'm going to start kind of like mapping this whole shape out because I want it to come all the way almost like into my temple. Okay, I'm gonna switch to a more precise brush. This is a Smith 230, and I'm gonna use that same slate color, which this is going to build up the color without making it go too broad and without adding in another color. It just deepens it up and gives it dimension, but you're using the same color, just a different brush. So I'm gonna go a little bit more precise. This will just slowly deepen it up a little bit more. Kind of just going on an angle here, like a diagonal. Just goes up like this, almost into the eyebrow over here. So down, and then this is just gonna end up going out. You can go back into that fluffy brush and use that to blend this out a little bit more. I'm using just a little bit of Twig, which is this shade right here, to blend this out a little bit more and give it a little bit of warmth. Even though that color is still cool toned, it's not as cool toned as the slate color. And so now we have this kind of like crazy blown out shape going on. Let's hope this turns out good. It's all about slowly building up the color, not going with too much at once, just slowly building so that you don't go overboard and end up looking like you've got a black eye. This will just make it slowly add dimension as you go. And then if you feel like it's getting a little bit too crazy, what you can do is just like wipe off that fluffy brush on the back of your hand. And I'm gonna go into the color Fresh. If you have a more deeper complexion, you could probably grab Birch, something that's a little bit closer to your skin tone, and that is matte. So I'm gonna take the Fresh shade, and because that's so close to my skin tone, I'm just gonna bring that right along those edges, and it's just going to kind of diffuse them a little bit so that it's not going too overboard or too crazy. Kind of can act as somewhat of an eraser. I'm gonna go into Dystopian, which is this dark brown shade, and I'm gonna use a pencil brush. This is the Anastasia A14. I'm gonna start deepening this up. I am gonna just layer over this with a deep black anyways, but this is gonna help me blend because brown is easier to blend than black. So I'm gonna bring this right here in the outer corner, create the shape here. Also gonna bring this here into the crease, blending that out a little bit. Right here is where like my orbital bone stops, just so you know, like I'm going pretty far over. And I'm probably not talking that much just because I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just playing around, and I really wanted to recreate this look. Now I'm gonna pick up Noir, which is the black shade. It's a very cool toned black, which might sound weird, but I didn't notice it until I filmed my last tutorial, and it turned out a little bit more cooler than I wanted, but the black even kind of turned like a navy, which was weird. So I might even include a different black into this along with this one, just because I want this to be like pitch black over here. And this goes on pitch black at first, but I think it kind of fades into like a lighter gray. So we'll see at the end. I'm just mapping this out just like I did before with the brown shade. So now I'm gonna go in with an even deeper black. This is Blackout from Urban Decay. To me, this is like the blackest black I've ever tried. Mine's in the Naked 2 palette, but you can also just buy it separately. So I'm gonna layer this on. See how that's even darker? It's like black, black, black. So I'm popping this in and deepening it up. Now I'm just using a little bit of dystopian to blend this out. Because dystopian has more warmth to it than that slate color, it's not gonna go so blue on my eyes. It's just gonna help blend out the black, but using just a little tiny bit at a time. So I'm just grabbing a makeup wipe. This is the Neutrogena makeup remover, the night calming ones. This is my favorite. So I'm just going to fold this up real tight and just go like so. I'm staying on my cheekbone. It's still looking crazy, don't you worry. We're gonna fix it. All right, so I'm just gonna grab some concealer and put it on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna carve out my eyelid. Ooh. Sorry, I'm not talking that much. I'm trying. I'm just creating that cut area right there. And I'm fading it into the black. Oops, shit. Ooh, damn. I'm gonna grab the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the color Ladybird. This is the one that I used in my green tutorial, and I think that this is gonna be a really pretty straight up silver color. So I'm gonna take this on a flat brush first, pop it on top of that concealer. Yes! I'm now hopping over into Cyborg. This is kind of like a darker silver. Kind of use that to fade the ColourPop shadow into the black. Grab this here and kind of pull it like this. So starting in the middle and then dragging it out, kind of like little flicks. So then we can start mending and overlapping the silver and the black. I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush with a touch of the Noir shade on it, which was a little bit of that lighter black, even though it still looks like super dark. I'm gonna use that to kind of flick the blacks into that silver and kind of overlap it so it looks like it's fading right over the top. Okay, I'm trying to soften this line here with a clean brush. There we go. Nice. Okay, do that to this side, just so it doesn't look like a stripe. And this brush is totally and completely clean. I look so funny right now, and I'm like so pale, so it's like, I'm gonna prime with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Light. And just apply this on my face. All right, for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. My shade is 112. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. Bringing this down, like down, because I got this like all open and I'm just fair and I just think it, yeah, don't judge me, I'm just bringing this everywhere. When I say down, I mean down. Under my eyes, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. I used this in my last tutorial, I think, and ooh, I loved it. So let's see, I hope it's not too dark. It might actually be, yeah. Especially because that foundation is my fairest foundation. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light just to balance out this color, because it is gonna be darker than the rest of the face and we don't want that. I'm just using the back of this brush to blend this in, just this little smaller side. I'm gonna keep this really low. I shouldn't apply it as much because I'm not gonna need that much. So So I was very careful with how I blended that out. I honestly didn't even bring my concealer past the like color in my eyes, the iris or whatever, because it would mess this up, and I'm gonna go in and smoke it out anyways. It's literally covering up like your dark circles. So I just brightened up mainly like the inner half of my under eye. Oh my gosh, that Laura Mercier concealer. That is seriously, I know, gonna be my new favorite. I need to go get more colors. Did you hear that? I need to go get more colors though. Okay, I'm gonna grab the H104 powder from Makeup Forever and set my under eyes. Set it like this and kind of just push it in, just because I don't want to blend too much around over here. So I'm just being very precise with where I'm putting it. And then I'm going to lightly bring it under like that. On the rest of my face, I'm going to set it with the Laura Mercier Translucent powder. I need to buy the RCMA powder because Amanda says I'm going to love it. So I need to try that. Have you guys tried that? I know it was like real hyped up for like the longest time. Let me know if you think I'd like it. Okay, I'm stippling this in on the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm using the Bronze Goddess bronzer from Estee Lauder. I have the shade medium. I forgot how much I loved this. So I'm just going to go crazy. Don't mind me. You don't have to do this much bronzer, but I'm about to bronze it up. So I'm feeling a little bit more bronzed. I brought this all over my chest, on my shoulders. As long as I don't do this, we should be fine. So I'm going to contour. I'm gonna use the S116 powder and my NARS Ita brush and start chiseling this out. I'm gonna grab this color. I think it's called Gingerly, that's my guess, but it's a blush from MAC. So I'm gonna put this on my cheeks. It's kind of like a nice neutral peach, brownish color. Bring this here, very nice. Blend it out a little. Then I'm using the Maybelline Nikkie Tutorials highlighter to highlight my face. Yes. I also want to use a little bit of this Ladybird eyeshadow. Let's see what this looks like. I kind of want to just pop a little bit of this on right here. Oh yeah, it's got a little bit of sparkle. All right, so now we gotta finish up this eye look. I'm scared, but I feel like it's really coming together with the face. I'm liking all of it. So I'm actually gonna start by taking the Ladybird eyeshadow from ColourPop and packing this on in the inner corner. This is a Makeup Geek pencil brush. So I'm gonna pick up the Ladybird, add some Fix Plus to it, and I'm just gonna pop this right here in the inner corner. I'm gonna grab the flat definer brush with the Urban Decay Blackout shade, which is the Blackest Black, and I'm gonna bring that right there where the lashes are, because I will be putting a black eyeliner in the waterline, and I just want it to be super black right there. Yes. Now I'm grabbing the 216 brush from Makeup Forever, and I'm gonna use the Dystopian shade, which was that like dark brown, and I'm gonna bring that right kind of like on top of it, but a little bit below. I'm gonna start blending it out. Also blending out that inner part into the sparkle. I don't want like a harsh line there. I just want it to kind of diffuse into the sparkle poof. But I did that first on the inner corner because I wanted that to be really, really bright. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of slate and bring it right here underneath all of those. In the waterline, I'm gonna go into the Buxom black eyeliner, smudge it into the lashes, and then go into that, any of your brushes, and kind of push that liner into the rest of the lower lash stuff so that it all just kind of melts together. Okay, I'm gonna grab the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and give my lashes a base. So for lashes, I'm applying these ones from I don't know where, but I'll do some research and look it up online. I never put my lashes away back in the box, so I never know what style they are. So for my lips, I'm gonna go into one of my favorite nude lip pencils ever. This is the NYX Nude Suede Shoes lip pencil. This is very similar to the formula of the MAC Pro Longwear lip pencils. So I'm just gonna apply this to my lips. And then over the top, I'm gonna go into I'm Nude from Jeffree Star. This is like a blanked out white out nude for me, and I think that that just will look really good with all this, so I'm gonna pop this over the top. I think this might be a little bit too concealer lips for me, so I'm gonna go grab Mannequin and mix that with it. My lips are really dry right now, don't look at that. All right, so this is the final look. I am so glad that I took like 3 hours to do this tutorial because I really wanted to nail it. It's such a classic New Year's Eve look. I hope you guys recreate it because I feel like it's so freaking festive, and even though it's so traditional, it's so black and silver, New Year's Eve, I just freaking love it. And I think if you really take your time and do the extra step of like, you know, bringing it into your hairline, I think that's what's gonna make you stand out from the rest and look super chic. So I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me this year. 2016, or what the fuck? 2018 was the best year of my life. If I think about it too hard, I'm gonna get emotional. That's for another video. Yeah. I'm not, yeah, I almost went to like an emotional place, but I'm not. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching all of my videos this year. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.